bulk you up a bit, but I guess not enough. Cologne has a couple more river cogs for you, which is good, because you're about to get a bit bigger. Okay, they only had the one. That's some other guy. And other people are making ships instead of me. Well, that's changing straight away. All the excitement you could ever want with assigning the construction of more boats. Okay, so what's Cologne's big deal? They're eating too much. I mean, I do tell them to hold on to like 20 days worth of goods here, right? 4,000 grain is 20 days worth. And we do make this delivery every 11 days too, so what's the issue? The Hanseatic need of somewhere that is, let's just say 60,000 pop here. Maybe you don't get enough of it. Okay, yeah, you're only designed to supply 40,000 people here. So these numbers are way too low, and you need to be bigger. Alright, now we know. We're getting you some more boats. And that should be enough boats. So... also bearing in mind that you don't need to bring spices and honey, that lowers the amount you need. 900, again I'm going to be rounding up here. 1750 on bricks, 1850 on grain, hemp, which they seem so short on, 900. Of course they have smokehouses that are drinking those up. 700, 700, 700, honey, ignore that. Tools, wait no, they don't need 700 salt. Like 350 of it. Tools, 550 I guess. Mead, 700. Cloth, 350. Beer, magical beer, 1050. Fish, even though they produce this stuff, 1050. Laugh at the idea of clothes, nobody gets my clothes. Cheese, always needed. Pitch helps. Same for meat, and for wine, yeah, 200 looks good. Alright, get to that. That should be all you need there. Should be, and hopefully that's all we have to worry about. Nimwegen maybe have a similar issue. They most likely have a similar issue. They're not at max capacity, but they will be someday. So where's supply Nimwegen? Okay, it's tiny. It's bringing back goods, probably because I told them to? No, it's because they bring in fish that Nimwegen now produces. So I can probably tell them to actually forget about that. And that's why Nimwegen isn't hurting too badly for production of fish, because it gets shipped out anyway. Regardless though, Nimwegen needs pretty much the same treatment that Cologne has. So I should save this as supply Cologne. And then I grab supply Nimwegen and I load supply Cologne. Wherever it is. Pretty sure I saved it. I mean, I'm pretty damn... there we go. It's different capitalization. Alright, load that up, please. Of course, Nimwegen gets the same thing there. Ka-ching. We can delete Cologne. And for Nimwegen, actually, we do want honey involved. It's hemp and fish, which I make them produce, that I don't want involved here. Oddly enough, Nimwegen also makes salt, so forget salt. Also, Nimwegen makes salt, damn. And they make fish, double damn. That means that they need extra hemp and extra Do they need more salt? 100 salt means that they produce 300 salt. 300, does that seem right? Yeah, I'll go with 300 salt. But 400 stockfish are going to eat up 200 salt. No, that didn't add up, did it? It means I need yet more salt. Aye, aye, aye. This is just getting complicated now. I didn't sign up for complicated. Hemp and all that fish. So that's 600 hemp, but stockfish eat up 3 hemp apiece, so they need extra. Oh dear, oh dear. So what do I need? 3 times 200 per day? Maybe I should actually take a visit to Nimwegen and see what they need. Rostov is supposed to be the EU4 perfect Hansa, plus I think Jake is going to be sick of the Hansa by the time this is over. Well, that's the idea. I never want to have to play this game again. So we make 600 hemp here, but the smokehouses eat up, well, double that. Damn, what I need is somewhere here to actually send that hemp over. Who nearby makes hemp? Because I don't want to have to send a ridiculous amount of hemp from here to there. I mean, I could, I just don't want to. That'll be why they're short on hemp and not giving enough fish. Alright, if I bring in hemp separately. Bremen make plenty of hemp, as do Hamburg. I'll make them do a separate little run to there. Although that complicates matters massively. Should not have made Nimwegen make fish, but the problem is 2 places make fish which are upriver. Cologne and Nimwegen. I had to use one of them, and that one was Nimwegen. Well, looks like Nimwegen just gets a ton of this stuff. It's an 11-day trip, and they're going to need so many river cogs for this. How many do I have here? Fortunately, I have 25 of them. Good, because I'm going to need most of them. Alright, onwards and upwards. Over to Nestved. We're going to ditch what we have. Thankfully, that involves a lot of fish. And I'm going to figure this out. Thankfully, most of these values are pretty good, but for hemp, they're going to need, well, to fulfill their own needs, about 1,000 of it. But then they're also going to need, for each day, another 400-ish, probably. So that's like 4,000, 5,000. Let's play it safe and say they get a delicious 6,000 hemp. And they also need some more salt. Now, to satisfy them, they need 350. But for the rest of those salt-guzzling fish people over in the Dutch lands, 400, but we're going to double that to 800. But they produce on their own, assuming they have enough wood that I also need to bring them, they would produce 200. They produce 200 and they eat quadruple that? That's just mental. Hang on, there's 50 there. Are they really only meant to produce 50? No, I'm short on salters here. Okay, I have 450 of these things. I only needed 400, so I need to demolish 50 of these. You're never really done with the building aspect in this game, are you? You know, I was very excited about doing this, but it's ended up being really quite painful. very painful. Still, at least I know what I need to bring these guys. Oddly enough though, they seem to have loads of hemp. Is somebody bringing their hemp here? Otherwise I can't think of a good reason why there would be so much hemp. Oh no, it's piling up because they can't use it because they didn't have enough salt. Because they didn't have the wood, because my supply here wasn't updated. I understand everything. Ooh, well, it's okay because the thought of all this being perfect is what drives me forward, and it will be. It can't not. Too much on the line. As it stands, they're going to need yet more clay and wood here, but that's good. At least I can burn through some of that stuff. Okay, now the idea is to build up until this says 600, which should just fill up all these. But if anything is built off, then it won't work. Anybody already getting nostalgic for the massive build-up? Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, the goods were around to actually make it, so that's also good. But still, 400 of these have a huge demand for many things. Alright, told them to bring plenty of hemp. Let's tell them to bring plenty of other stuff. Supply Nimwegen. And when it came to, well, now I double up on the salt, which is like 100 a day, but still 400 of those guys will need, well, let's say it's 200 then. 200, 300 salt a day, 3,000, let's say 4,000 to be safe. Plus their 10-day demand, so let's call it 5,000 salt. Everything else should be fine. How much honey does one need though? The honey demand is going to be 700. I have a slight concern that I'm undervaluing this a bit because the population here is a bit higher than that of Cologne. Also, it still takes a bit longer here. Maybe it should be just a bit higher. I mean, essentially that means I can just jack everything up by a wee bit, but still, I'm going to make it bigger. Because this needs to be perfection. 6,000 should be plenty of hemp for what I'm trying to do. Regardless, I'm going to up it again because I'm paranoid about it. Yeah. Well, we're all having fun, right? I know I am. Of you, the cloth demand is never that high. Good old beer. Equal fish. But they produce fish, so why am I even thinking of fish? And I should probably take back any excess because I'm just looking to top them up here. Cheese, 850. Whew, this is getting extremely exhausting, I'll have you know. You can probably gather that, but I'm really telling you, this is tiring. Finally clothes, but we don't give people clothes, that's just daft. And then the honey that we dealt with, right? Not quite, 850. Whew. So load everything, unload everything. That should be good, right? Oh, but now we need to roughly calculate what capacity this is needing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 28, 30,000? 30,000. Sure, I'm glad I got all these river cogs. Oh boy, that was mentally draining. And all that just to make sure that Nimwegen is properly supplied. This is why river cities can be such a pain. And I'm glad they're there, they diversify the gameplay, but still, hot damn. Alright, go over to it, and there we go. Wow. So many goods. Jake, you made it 580 instead. That's really quite funny. Where is supply then? What did I make? 580? Yeah, the honey. That's hilarious. See, someone's paying attention. Cheers, spam. Jake probably won't admit it, but he's not in it for the money. The adventure for the money is the real reward. We're about to hit the money cap, actually. It's dangerously close. Alright, so Nimwegen and Cologne are both dealt with. I think I dealt with Supply Thorn ages ago. I mean, they got 10,000 capacity here. It's only a 6-day journey. That looks like plenty that I bring them. And I'm going to assume that it is. So that's fine. Glad I caught them before they starved. Wow, I'm actually short-ish on hemp. How can that even be? Do I have hemp producing places that are just not full up right now? I mean, take Bremen, their population is maximum. It's like Brawley. So Bremen shouldn't have any problems. They're churning out hemp as fast as they can. They really are. Yeah, I gotta hand it to Bremen. They're great for raw material production there. And then there's Hamburg. That's not Hamburg. You're Hamburg. Yeah, population looking fine. Admittedly, not all the buildings that I've built are mine. I could fix it, but I will not do that now. They produce the hemp and okay. The worker numbers are really low here. For the hemp, that is. Hamburg also does for me cloth. And I need that cloth, so that's troublesome. I need both things. I just need more workers here in Hamburg. That is a good reason to buy and demolish my enemies' businesses. 320 hemp farms and cloth farms, 321. So I need to demolish my enemies' things. 20 of them. The enemy has 29.
Now that's an offer I simply cannot refuse. Take the business with my blessings.
He says that, but he's going to try to sabotage me later on. Because that's the kind of person that he is. A monster. Okay, don't let me build farms there. I'll just build them out here instead. How many do I have to build? 20? 20 something at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more for good luck. And that means in the spaces that I demolish my enemies' businesses. Well. Alright, find more of them, bid on them, destroy them. Oh right, these are hemp farms that I want. I'm glad that I get to spend my money on something though. Maybe I should just destroy them and then fill in the gaps. It should be easy enough to see where all the gaps are. That way I can do things one at a time. Highlights where all your buildings are, but it would be so much more useful to me if the game highlighted where the competitors' businesses are. Maybe I'll submit it as a feature request. And we'll get that 2017 patch for Patrician 4. Okay, if Victoria 2 can get its Christmas patches, I'm sure they can do something for this. So much clicking. We'll get there. And I'm looking forward more and more to that Death Road to Canada trip. How did he build next to my hemp farm? He's using hacks there. Okay, he's still got other businesses, but where? These are his houses, which I suppose is fine, kind of. But he still has one business somewhere. That guy. There we go. Alright, we've now chased him out of Hamburg. And we'll have some lovely fountains where his businesses were. If he cheated like that before, I'm sure he can cheat like that again. There we go. Hopefully that's everywhere that I bought up his buildings. And I deleted one of my farms, so ka-ching. Alright, 670, that means I can mark Hamburg off on my list as being green. Wherever you are. There we go. Lovely. Certainly not done on wells, and certainly not done on whatever... No, population is nowhere near, so forget that. Mead, meat, beer. No, and even more no. Odd that the meat isn't flowing, but I guess I just never upgraded my my ships for dishing it out. I'm glad I kept the grain flowing though. Jake, money rollover is happening really soon, right? That is correct. Why did I do Hamburg though? It's because I was searching for hemp, and that is one of the main places that was failing me on hemp. The final place would be Revel, but Revel's doing pretty good if I recall well. Population is nice, hemp is... okay, the guy that moves hemp from Revel is not big enough. So I simply find the Revel guy, wherever he is. He'll be under R, that much is for sure. Revel to Rostock hemp, and he's on his way back. Bing. Okay, so he does 8,000 in 8 days. In 8 days? Wow, okay. That's a lot. And it's not even his final form. Let's say he does 500. 500 times 6 is 3,000 a day. 3,000 times 8 is quite a lot. Well, I already do 8, so I need... I still need 4 more Carvels on this guy. Where are there 4 Carvels? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back to work. And the wild card Thagnus will pick up the extra as we sail our way over to the money cap. Oh, by the way, I have a way of dealing with the money cap, so don't worry about it. There we go. Okay, that should take care of some of our hemp issues. I still need so many more boats. I really don't want to go around everywhere and checking the order list, but I'll probably have to. I thought I told everywhere to build me a ton of boats. Yeah, I got 1396 of them. $200,000 used to seem like so much money for a boat, but it's not even worth doing the low-cost ships exploit. It's just a case of time and getting the materials rolling. And I think we've succeeded pretty well in getting the materials rolling now. Ideally, every 2 months I get another 30 caravels. I can let months pass. I mean, I know that's a bit idealistic. It's never going to be that perfect. Good, the caravel is the fastest. Nothing is faster than it. Novgorod, are you still making 1 million cray? Oh boy, yes, you are making lots of ships. And many of them are still crayers, but I'm glad to see so many river cogs coming out of you. Honestly though, they're not necessary here whatsoever. Just, I'm so proud of Novgorod. Hardest place to build up, and it's doing amazingly. And it's now bequested to us another 14.9 thousand storage capacity, so back you go with that. And there's Visby, the pitch flows here very nicely. And I'm almost out of caravels. Yeah, I made no claims that this final part would be exciting, but it is interesting to me, if horribly tedious to do. It's the massive build-up, you see. Plague will still come along and ravage my populations, but it is temporary and fleeting. Kongsberg we saw, didn't we? Yeah, they look good. Aarhus, and they should have no problems. And Qing's, they are really what's the word I'm looking for? Factory lining out those caravels. Did this many ships even exist in the 14th century? I got about 1,400 of them. If I can see somebody else's order, then I have not ordered enough caravels. Caravels are a 15th century thing. Well, maybe if they were as advanced as my perfect Hansa, they wouldn't be so stuck in the Stone Age. Stupid people of the past. Nash that, of course. No. This is the one place that I really want all these caravels. Caravels. Carvel just sounds better to me. And thus it is so. I didn't actually intend on going around all the cities to assign these, but while we're here, we may as well. The way this game just does not scale up whatsoever into the mid and late game just makes me wonder, did they expect people to even be playing this? Sometimes I think no. wonder why is it scheduled to take 111 days for this shipyard though? Some take longer than others. Over here.